Hi everyone, we're here at John Sadler's Auto Repair, and we have a 2007 Cadillac CTS with a 2.8 liter. And I've had it for a few days doing a service on it because the customer's going to drive it to Seattle in a few days. And I noticed some coolant smell, and I didn't really see any visual leaks, and I just kept looking around, and I found some coolant on the bottom of the water pump pulley, and I'll show you what I found. The water pump is just starting to fail. And what had happened is coolant was getting on the back side of the pulley. You can see right along the edge right here where the antifreeze is. And all inside of there where it's all wet, it's not supposed to be like that. That's where it's been spinning around inside of there. Now we've already just removed the pump, and you can see where it's all wet along here. So that's where it's leaking out. Right behind this flange, there's a bearing in the seal, and it's coming out the seal. The bearing still feels okay, but the seal's leaking. So here's our new water pump we're going to replace it with. And here's where it goes in the engine compartment on the engine. It goes right down inside of here, where this is all cleaned up inside here. It bolts right inside of here. And the coolant had dripped down on that, and it dripped down on this lower pulley below it, on the crankshaft pulley, the harmonic balancer pulley, and so it was wet on the bottom of that. And the coolant reservoir, it wasn't real low. Well, it's low now because I've drained it. But here's the full line, and it was about a quart below that full line where the arrow stops there. So I knew it had a slow leak, and I could smell it, but it's pretty difficult to find it. The radiator hoses, everything else, all the other connections, everything else looked great. Now, one other thing you want to be very careful of with this job is the bolts that hold the pump on are very small. And so you want to use a 1/4 inch drive torque wrench, and the torque on it is 89 inch-pounds. So it's just a small bolt, and you want to use this torque wrench. If you use a 3/8 drive ratchet, you're going to end up breaking those bolts off, and that's going to be even more trouble. So I wanted to pass that along to you. When you're doing inspections and you're looking at vehicles and you're checking everything out, and I noticed that coolant was a little bit low. I've been servicing this vehicle for 7 years. The coolant is never low on this vehicle. It's always right where it's supposed to be. I used to get it about every 7,000 or 8,000 miles to service it. We use Mobil 1 synthetic oil in it. So he's good to go. Going to have a nice safe trip, not going to have any mechanical problems as a result of just being persistent, being careful, looking around, knowing there's a problem, and then finding the problem, then correcting the problem, and then filling it up full of antifreeze to make sure the problem's eliminated, to make sure there's no more leaks. Thank you very much. Have a great day.